Hi everyone, I have just opened up box number 9 and there's something exciting in here. A whole bunch of fashion illustrations that Marilyn did probably in the 70s and 80s for boutiques and small stores in her, her town of Evansville, Indiana. And I know she actually lost track of these for a long time. They were put away in storage, and then when she downsized a few years ago, she found them and was happy to be reunited. They're all, well, most of them are on cardstock. Well, not cardstock, actually matte board. Some of them are on lighter paper. This is a lighter weight paper. Halftone art, she said this is. So Brenda Sneathan Maddox had a special request for something specifically from Marilyn's fashion illustrations if I were to come across them. So Brenda, you'll have to let me know what is your favorite out of all of these. I'm happy I'll be able to add these to my website. I'm going to price them, hopefully what you'll consider to be reasonable, and you know, I'm just excited to be able to get some original art of Marilyn's into the collections of so many of her beloved friends and customers. Some of these she may have done as a college instructor. She taught portrait illustration classes and did lots and lots of examples. Of course, this isn't for an ad. I think I especially like this one myself. A couple of these we showed in our last issue, or a recent issue of the magazine, with our tribute to Marilyn. She had some of these scanned in, so I had those files, so I was able to show them. But unfortunately, I didn't have this box open when I put together her article. I could have shown a few more examples. But I'm happy to find them here, and you'll get to see them all before they get listed on the website and people start collecting them. I like the series of perfume bottles. This is very nice. There's a little ad for one of the gift shops, children's clothing store, I guess. Colored pencil was her prime medium. This is, oh, what's this? Did a sketch of Cher. It has a note for Shirley on it. Maybe Shirley had it at one point. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some other things in this box. It's a really big box, and it wasn't in good shape. It was really bashed in and taped up, and I was worried that things were damaged inside, but they were okay. Here's a bunch of greeting cards. I'll just show you a couple here, just to give you an idea. I think maybe I'm not sure what I'm going to do, if I'll put them on as a whole bunch together or a few groupings. Especially nice ones here. Most of them them I'm going to say are probably 80s and 90s. So, finger puppets. So anyway, there's a little sampling of the greeting cards. And what's in here? I don't know what's in here. More fashion illustrations. Well, that's fun. Works in progress, perhaps. Some miscellaneous things here. Oh, that's sweet. Here's the illustration that goes with that. Some of her fashion advertising work here. She was kind of her own one-person ad agency, really, for a long time. Carmen Miranda stickers. She did a Carmen Miranda paper doll book for Shackman, and here are just some things from her own collection. A little reference list. This must be from maybe one of the paper doll conventions. List of collectors. Cute little Shirley Temple paper doll book. Maybe this was souvenir from a party. Pat Stahl's paper doll party in 1983. It's just a color copy of the cover of a book that she self-published. Here's some paper dolls from the 70s. This is obviously more recent. These might be from the 80s. A couple of Texas Tech books. Texas Tech University Press. These are all out of print, so I'll put these on my website. Also out of print. This is, I don't know what this is. Oh, James Herriot's Yorkshire Village. This is part of it from the All Creatures Great and Small series. I'm going to have to look and see if there's another part to that. So now we've got just tons and tons of copies of art. Some of Marilyn's paper dolls. This was her book published by Shackman, Vivian Lee, so I don't know why she has color copies of these. Lauren Bacall is when she published herself, but these are all just covers. That's another one she did herself, Sophia Loren. And here are the pages. I think when she did these, she did them larger size and would trim them down and then just staple them right at the edge of the book. Or sometimes she'd even tape them together to make a book. And this is one that was done by Shackman. So this could have been like, you know, have her doing proofs before she sends it to the printer, or sends it to the publisher to see how things are looking. This is another Shackman book. So yeah, these are all trimmed down, so maybe she was preparing to piece them together into a book. I'll have to see if I have all the pages for some of these. And this is a mock-up of the Carmen Miranda she did for Shackman. And it looks like she did some hand lettering that was replaced later. Paper dolls that appeared in Contemporary Doll Collector. They were very good at including really nice paper dolls in every issue. This looks like Audrey Hepburn. Yep, there she is. It's amazing she kept so many of these copies. So here's one. It looks like she put all together, and the cover is somehow taped. Yeah, it's taped on the inside, and then the inside pages are loose. So she used to sell these larger sized sets, and then she switched to something smaller that her printer could put together and staple. Let's get through this stack. A little baby Marilyn did. Black and white line art. Oh, this is fun. I don't think many people have seen this. I don't know if anybody has. I don't think she really produced this herself. Oh, and this is the beautiful portrait art for her Joan Crawford book that she did for Shackman. Her Lana book she did for Shackman. She just put together large pages of vintage paper dolls. This is back to hers. More contemporary doll sheets. She must have sold these at paper doll parties or something, would be my guess. Sandy in the 40s. What's this? I don't see the first page that goes with this. I don't know what this is. Oh my goodness gracious. Doris Day paper dolls. I have never seen this. This is probably something that Marilyn did when she was quite young, maybe when she was first married. She said that when she lived in, was it Germany? When her husband was in the service, she worked on paper doll books, and this could have been one of them. This was the cover of one of the Paper Doll Review magazines, but these are just copies, not the original. Sophia. Oh, this is for Marilyn and Marilyn Monroe, which Paper Studio Press ended up publishing. Looks like she's working on a mock-up of that. Again, this is what she did for Shackman of Lana Turner. She probably made copies of everything before sending the original art off, and then her mock-ups and whatnot. This is all Lana Turner, obviously, Zinfeld Girl. Okay, let's see what else we have. We've got some vintage Shirley Temples. They're kind of fadey. These were probably in Shirley Hedges' collection, is my guess, but I don't know. They could all be stuck on here too. Wouldn't surprise me. So I don't think this is worth very much. So let's see what this is. Oh yes, the Providence, Rhode Island convention did a calendar of paper dolls. So I have mine somewhere in my collection. Oh, there's Marilyn's pretty. Okay, there's that. And she's got a ton of just color copies of things, vintage things. These are, looks like something from Denmark or Sweden. Here's some, the Lydia Fraser's from a Canadian magazine. Bruce may have sent her copies of these. I think he probably has all the originals in his collection. This may have been for an article. We did do an article a while back. Jan, I think, wrote the article, so maybe she sent Marilyn these copies so that we could have visuals for the article. And we have a lot of nice color copies of vintage books. Most likely these were Gene Maiden's. He sold full-size copies as loose sheets of vintage books. He did that for a long time, so I think many of us have some of those copies in our collections. Again, more color copies. Several of our readers and contributors would make copies of things from their own collections for Marilyn when she was working on a particular article, so she could have some visuals. And this was before scanners were so readily available, especially scanners that were large enough to scan large sheets. So, oh, that's sweet. It's by David. I've never seen these newspaper movie star sheets. Some Charlotte Ware. I'll just cut one or two sheets there. Oh, some nice magazine cover designs. This must be Norma Lou. Beautiful. I think that's Satchel Valley. Must be, yes. Satch did a lot of Jeanette MacDonald paper dolls at the request of Jean Maiden, because Jean was a huge Jeanette MacDonald fan, and so was Marilyn, and so was David Wolf. I have the original art of one or two sets by Satch of Jeanette MacDonald that Jean Maiden gave to me before he passed away, and I will have to get it together and get it published at some point. Satch would often work on really large boards, big, you know, like 24 by 36 inches. So these are, somebody must have put the board on a color copier in different sections to get these copies. That's my guess. Oh, what a nice display of hats. Oh, these are amazing blown up copies of the colored type paper dolls. Wow. I have one of these on my website right now, but it's partially cut. Little Betty Gadabout. So someone had the original sheets in their collection and made really nice copies. I'm going to guess Jean Maiden. And yeah, Jean probably did this one as well. Colors are not good in this set. I had one from Marilyn's collection that sold, and the colors were much better than this, or they're just really poor color copies. And we're back to some of Marilyn's things. Here we've got some souvenir stuff. This is from a convention not too long ago. This is by Bruce. Sandy's. Oh, with Theta Vera. Oh, I'm going to pull that out because we have a silent film issue coming up. I'll put these aside. Well, that's fun to see something. Of Sandy's I haven't seen before. This is a little girl paper doll that Marilyn did. We didn't see her do kids very often. And how cute, a little upside down boy in his upside down clothes. A copy of a Hilda Meloche book. More convention souvenirs. This is Helen Pages. A little bit more color copies. Again, this is not a good color copy of this book. A lot more Charlotte Ware paper dolls. Oh, this is the original here from the newspaper. Lots of color copies here. Charlotte Ware set. I'm not going to go through all these. There's a lot of them. I have this book. It's adorable, but this is just the, oh no, it is the whole thing with front and back outfits. Gloria Jean. I love the colorful background on that with the circles on the back. More not so good copies. I have not seen this. This is very intriguing. There are more nice color copies probably from Jean Maiden. 40 pages, so everybody in the town, I guess, gets to be a paper doll. These are just lots more color copies. Costume Party. I think Marilyn did a piece on the Tiny Town, and I think I have the original somewhere in one of these boxes. Oh, this is an original page from the Delineator, 1915. So these are just a lot of color copies. I just have a few more left here, and that is the end of this box. So I hope you are as excited as I am to see those fashion illustrations of Marilyn's, and I'm going to get them going on the website very soon. So I will leave it at that. So thank you again for going through another box with me.